Chapter 13. Lev. This day has not gone according to plan. The plan was to get away as soon as they reached civilization. Lev could have run the moment they broke out of the woods. He could have, but he didn't. There'll be a better time, he had thought. A perfect time would present itself if he had patience and kept watchful. Pretending to be one of them, pretending to be like them, has taken every ounce of Lev's will. The only thing that kept him going was the knowledge that very soon everything would be as it should be. When the police car had turned onto the street, Lev was fully prepared to throw himself at the car and turn himself in. He would have, if it weren't for one thing. Their pictures weren't in the paper. That bothered Lev even more than the others. His family was influential. They were not to be trifled with. He'd felt certain that his face would be the biggest thing on the front page. When it wasn't, he didn't know what to think. Even Risa's theory that his parents wanted her and Connor killed seemed like a possibility. If he gave himself up to the police, what if they turned and fired real bullets at Connor and Risa? Would the police do that? He wanted them brought to justice, but he couldn't bear the thought of their deaths on his head, so he had let the squad car go past. And now things are worse. Now there's this baby. Stealing a Storked baby. These two Unwinds are out of control. He no longer fears that they'll kill him, but that doesn't make them any less dangerous. They need to be protected from themselves. They need to be unwound. Yes, that's the best solution for these two. They're of no use to anyone in their current state, least of all themselves. It would probably be a relief for them, for now they're all broken up on the inside. Better to be broken up on the outside instead. That way, their divided spirits could rest, knowing that their living flesh was spread around the world, saving lives and making other people whole, just as his own spirit would soon rest. He ponders this as he sits on the bus, trying to deny how mixed his feelings are about it. While Risa and Connor talk to a painfully perky girl and her baby, Lev moves one seat forward in the bus, putting more distance between them. A boy gets on the bus and sits down next to him, wearing headphones and singing to music that Lev can't hear. The kid slips his backpack in between them on the seat, practically wedging Lev in, and returns his full attention to his tunes. That's when Lev gets an idea. He looks behind him to see that Connor and Risa are still involved with the other girl and her baby. Carefully, Lev reaches into the kid's backpack and pulls out a dog-eared notebook. Written on it in big black letters is Death by Algebra, with little skulls and crossbones. Inside are messy math equations and homework graded down for sloppiness. Lev quietly turns to a blank page and then reaches into the kid's pack again, pulling out a pen. All the while, the kid is so absorbed in his music, he doesn't notice. Lev begins to write, "Help! I'm being held hostage by 2 AWOL Unwinds. Not if you understand." When he's done, he tugs on the boy's shoulder. It takes 2 tugs to get his attention. "Yeah?" Lev holds out the notebook, making sure he does it in such a way that it's not too obvious. The boy looks at him and says, "Hey! That's my notebook!" Lev takes a deep breath. Connor's looking at him now. He's got to be careful. "I know it's your notebook," Lev says, trying to say as much as he can with his eyes. "I just needed 1 page." He holds the notebook a little higher for the kid to read, but the kid's not even looking at it. "No! You should have asked first." Then he rips out the page without even looking at it, crumples the paper, and to Lev's horror, hurls it towards the front of the bus. The paper wad bounces off the head of another kid, who ignores it, and it falls to the floor. The bus comes to a stop, and Lev feels his hope trampled beneath 30 pairs of scuffed shoes.